Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you another web app that I created to help me with my work. I started creating web apps using large language models like ChatGPT, Gemini, and even Canva. And I've been using this micro web apps is what I'm going to call them because they're created to solve a very specific problem. And in my case, since I make lots of digital products and I make YouTube videos, I'm focusing on things that can make my life easier. That could mean doing things quicker, more accurately, and just removing the heaviness of doing things that are very repetitive. So that's kind of what the web series is about, and I will link that in the description box so you can go ahead and check out the playlist with all of the web apps that I have created and demo. All right, today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this data generator. I created this because I make lots of Google Sheets templates, and oftentimes when I create them, I need data, right, to test them, to make sure my formulas work, to make sure things look okay. You can get this data from many places. I mean, you can Google data or you can actually create it using a large language model. But what I've found is that every single time I need data, I have to go into one of my large language models, describe what I need, and try to create that. And sometimes it's inconsistent. So what I decided to do was just create an app that solves this very specific problem. So it would be helpful if you create apps, because sometimes people that develop apps need realistic data, or you create Google Sheets or Excel sheets like me and you need data in a CSV form. Now leave a link in the description box, so if you want, you can test it out and see if it works for you. So I'll give you a quick overview and then of course we'll test it out. So right here is the AI assistant part. Right now it is disabled, but when I activate it, the user will be able to enter their API key from Gemini, and you can describe very specifically what type of data you need and it will create it. All right, so for now, that's coming soon. This is the area that you're going to be using to create the data. And what I did was preloaded it with different types of data. So e-commerce, healthcare, etc. You can see the different examples here. So you would select the one that works best for your situation. So let's just say e-commerce. And then you can determine how much data you need. Move it anywhere from 10 all the way down to 10,000. So let's keep it at, let's say 500. That's where the default is, so we'll keep it at that. And you have two output formats. I'm going to keep it as CSV because that is something I could easily upload into Google Sheets and use it for my Google Sheets projects. Here is where you can select data complexity. If you want something really simple, 5 to 7 columns, you select this. If you want a little bit more, you select that. And the random seed is optional, but you can use it to recreate the same data that you created before. But for what we're doing, we don't need to do anything there. And all we have to do is click generate data. All right, so you can see right here, it says my limit has been reached because I already tested it twice before making this tutorial just to show you how it works. But nonetheless, here is the data that we have created. To use it, you would just click download. If you wanted to copy it, you can go ahead and copy it and put it directly into your program. I'm going to download it as a CSV file and then we'll upload it in Google Sheets. All right, so we are in Google Sheets. I open up a new file. I'm going to import that CSV file. I'll go to import. I'm pulling it from my downloads folder. Here's the file and just wait for it to load. And then you can import it wherever you want. I'm going to insert it in a new sheet in this file, so click on import data and here it is. So now you have this data that you can use it for whatever projects you want. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments section if you have any questions or any comments about this, and go ahead and test it out and let me know if it worked for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.